Hello and welcome to a very special Easter edition of the Weekly Wrap-Up, where we have an extravaganza of games news just for you.
Yep, we've got the latest exciting info on Uncharted 4.
We look at whether it's worth whisking a return to Destiny as Bungie hatches new plans for the future.
But first, what the shell? Are we really getting an upgraded PS4?
No yoke.
Are you looking at your PS4 and thinking it's a bit out of date? No, us neither, but Sony is allegedly preparing for what everyone's already calling the PS4.5.
As reported by Kotaku, Sony arranged secret GDC meetings to talk about an upgraded PS4 spec, and developers were overheard talking about the new tech. It's not the first time it's been mentioned either, with Sony Computer Entertainment Executive Vice President Masayuso Ito hinting last year an enhanced PS4 specifically for Ultra HD Blu-rays and 4K movie viewing.
So what the hell is this new PS4? Currently the upgrades are said to be an enhanced GPU to add 4K rendering and to enhance PlayStation VR. Given that PSVR is due in October, does that mean we might see an E3 reveal for the new console ahead of that?
Microsoft boss Phil Spencer has also talked about hardware upgrades for the Xbox One, and although he has since downplayed the idea, it seems both Sony and Microsoft are thinking about mid-generation upgrades.
Now there is a problem though. Could it split the PS4 user base? The focus seems to be a smoother VR experience and 4K output, suggesting an enhanced rather than completely new console. But it's not clear if this could lead to games that could only be played on the upgraded hardware, much like the new 3DS.
Now, what do you think? Tony Kirkett thinks that unless they release a mod to upgrade the current PS4, it's a bad idea. And Max Renola adds, so what do? Spend another 500 plus? While John Roman says, are you kidding? You want me to buy a new console a year after buying my PS4? Get out of here!
Currently Sony is not commenting on speculation and rumour, so only time will tell. Now don't forget, if you have thoughts on a PS4.5 or anything else in this week's show, you can get in touch via Twitter at Leon Hurley,
at Shiny_Demon, or even at GamesRadar. Now, in other news, Sony has closed Drive Club Dev Evolution to focus on other studios that already have exciting new projects in development.
Kojima's back at Sony testing mocap tech for what's coming next.
And the original Assassin's Creed has been added to Xbox One backwards compatibility, while Manhunt and Bully are now playable on PS4.
No more oh craps needed. Uncharted 4 A Thief's End has gone gold, which means no more delays, just a small matter of 5 weeks before we get to play Nate's latest adventure.
Yep, creative director Neil Druckmann proudly revealed that disc on Twitter with a poignant statement, every journey must come to an end. Hopefully that isn't with the death of our favourite adventurer, sorry Lara, but Naughty Dog did say last year that it would be very difficult to continue the franchise.
Now, multiplayer aside, no one's played it yet, so you can take your guessing goggles off, but things we do know is that Uncharted 4 has much smarter enemies this time round.
Indeed, in a recent making of video, Naughty Dog has said that enemies can recognise their place within the environment and tactically evaluate 3D geometry on the fly, making it that bit harder to predict where they'll go next. It's also promising more branching paths and 10 times the explorable space of previous games to play in.
The studio has also revealed that Nate will have more than 10 to 12 different outfits. So far we've seen Default Drake, so half tuck and dirty boots, and 007 Drake in a tux. That leaves at least 8 to speculate on, so while I'm holding out for a onesie Drake...
And this is why... this.
Okay, so chances are the options will more likely involve practical stuff tied to levels, so Frogman Drake, Pirate Drake, Astronaut Drake...
Maybe we'll just wait and see. Yeah, we'll just wait and see for that one. Big changes are coming to Destiny.
Huge.
Massive.
Monumental.
For the new April 12th update, the light level will be boosted to 335, the first increase since the Taken King. But, I hear you ask, how do I reach these heady new heights? Firstly, the King's Fall raid will now drop 320 light items on normal instead of hard, while hard's set to drop 330 light items.
Then there's an updated Prison of Elders and a new Challenge of Elders, which involves a scorecard that resets every week. Get 30,000 points on it before it does and you'll earn weapons, while 90,000 nets high-end armour, both up to 335 light. Scores are now also calculated by fire teams, which also are formed via matchmaking, so play nicely with the randos, okay?
There's also a new mission called Pretender to the Throne, where Guardians take on a new Taken threat. And there's a new Taken version of the Winter's Run strike and a new Blighted Chalice strike featuring a new boss called Malok. Plus, Bungie is promising 16 new challenges over the next 4 months.
So lots to do, but how are you feeling about it? Firstly, if you said, oh, people still playing Destiny, just pack it in, okay, it wasn't funny the first time and I'm getting really tired of your
David Driscoll is clearly hardcore. 335 and a new strike is not enough to make me come back. Raise it to 400 and we'll talk. While Connor Hockenhull adds, at least they're trying to make it more interesting. But is it enough? Even with a change, Nathan Carter thinks there's not enough to do and not enough content drops, saying he burned out and hasn't gone back since November.
The Division is also still clearly a distraction for the weary Destiny player, with Kevin Wood thinking Ubisoft Shooters DLC looks way better. However, it's not over. There are 2 more streams on the way and Bungie still hasn't said anything about the new Taken Guardians, which seem to be in fire teams with normal players. Is it a new subclass?
As soon as we find out, we'll let you know. Now enjoy your chocolate this weekend, Guardians. Until next week.
Bye bye.